Hello everyone, my name is Stefan. I'm a PM on the remote desktop services team. What I want to show you today is an environment where I have Windows Virtual Desktop configured to be able to access my VMs. I'm using FSLogix profile containers, and I am also going to be using Azure NetApp Files to store my profile. The first thing to do is to clarify that this just shows how it behaves. It does not actually provide the steps. If you are interested in setting up your own environment, there are a few articles that you need to follow. The one that I have on the screen is the main one for Azure NetApp Files, and then of course you need to set up your WVD environment. With that said, let's go in Azure and look at my setup. So I have authenticated my Azure portal, and here under Azure NetApp Files you can see that I actually have two Azure NetApp Files accounts. And let's look at the one I'm using, which is the A. I have a capacity pool, have a volume, and the most important piece, the authentication with Azure Active Directory. This looks as expected. Let me go ahead and then add my user that I'm going to be testing today, which is going to be the user with username SS. So I added that user, which means that if we go into our client and we sign in with that user, we should be able to see the feed for that user. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're in a client. I have provided my user. I'm gonna go ahead, click next, and then I'm gonna authenticate against Azure Active Directory. And now the client is grabbing my feed, and I should see just one desktop. That is what I expected. Before we continue, here is a VM that I'm using as a gem box. And what I wanted to show you here is that I have my volume. And you can see that one of my users have already received a profile, but that is the user ending on CC. And we will be using the one ending on DD. Let's go ahead, start the connection to the remote desktop. And then, very important here, we gotta enter the correct credentials. So assuming I enter the correct credentials, the connection should be established. Looks promising. Now you can see already on the screen that the FSLogix app service is kicking in and it's taking over. So let's give it a few seconds to complete the initialization of my first profile, and hopefully only profile. And yep, at this point I am going to get my full desktop, additional configuration that Windows is performing. And you can see that I am getting my full desktop. Yeah, seems to be not as performant as I would expected, but it's a first time. The more important piece is, let's go back to the VM, let's look at our share and see if we got a profile. Okay, I'm back on the VM. As you can see, I already have a profile for my DD user that was just created about a minute ago, which matches what I have here as a local time. Well, with this, I have shown you that you can actually use Azure NetApp Files as the file storage for your profile containers. Thank you.